All right, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is This Morning on RTV, reaching you from our network service. Let's take you through the front pages of our national dailies now to make sense of your day. We're taking out through the pages and get what we have on the front pages of the national dailies. The Leadership newspaper is our first point of call. And on the Leadership newspaper, article will be kicked as BBC clears Tinubu of forgery. That you will get on the front page of the Leadership newspaper. Still on the Leadership newspaper, Gaza, Israel forms emergency government as death toll hits 2,300. And diphtheria, Kaduna records 20 deaths outbreak under control in Kano. What more are we giving you? Don't fund budget with ways and means, IMF warns CBN. And firemen crucial to national security, Tunji Ojo. Procurement fraud, EFCC moves against former ministers, governors. And Tinubu appoints new returning CEOs for NCC and ITDA orders and impeachment. Ondo CGS gives condition for probe panel. Let's go to the next paper.
Okay, we have the New Telegraph right there with the rider, IMF to Nigeria, stop CBN's budget deficit financing. Talking about the budget financing right there, which has been a subject of discussion right there. And IMF has come out with a major statement on that. IMF to Nigeria, stop CBN budget financing right there. And that's a major rider on the front page of New Telegraph right there.
All right, let's take you to Business Day newspaper on the front page of Business Day newspaper. Let's get some of the stories making headline on Business Day. FGI's new tax reforms, conservative oil benchmark, and how Israel-Hamas war could affect Nigeria's economy. I think we should be worried at this point. Due to the fact that there have been serious onslaught on both nations, how Israel-Hamas war could affect Nigeria's economy. Obi taxed Tinubu to reintroduce SEF. APC hits back. That's the much you can take on the front page of the Business Day newspaper.
They will go to the Nation newspaper right there. That also has a major rider. Nigeria leads demand for Africa's debt relief from IMF right there, talking about the major rider. And on top of that, we also have why governors can't ban mining by Alaki, why governors can't ban mining by Alaki. And also beside, we have procurement fraud. EFCC recovers 27 billion naira and $19 million right there, talking about the battle against corruption right there. And under the major rider there, we have Tinubu needs not reintroduce himself, says APC, talking about the battle between the major political gladiators right there and the light of some of the major press released by various presidential candidates of different parties right there. But APC coming out with that major statement, Tinubu needs not reintroduce himself, says APC. That's coming from the front page of the Nation newspaper.
Away from the Nation newspaper, let's see what the Punch is punching this lovely Thursday morning. Another Punch newspaper, Atiku Obi protests as BBC fact-checkers clear Tinubu. Still on the front page of the Punch newspaper, Air Force launches new aircraft, awaits attack helicopters. Air Force launches new aircraft, awaits attack helicopters, and Ohaneze hails Igboho release, asks Tinubu to free Kanu. Lagos demolishes structures obstructing drainages, and diphtheria kills 600 in 19 states. NPHCDA recommends face masks. That's the most you can take on the front page of the Punch newspaper.
And from the Punch newspaper, we go to Daily Independent. Also has a major rider. This time around, something quite different from the other newspapers. This one also opposes private universities getting FG intervention fund. That's another angle to what is happening between ASU and federal government. ASU opposes private universities getting FG intervention fund. And under that major rider, we have Tinubu certificate saga has hurt Nigeria's image abroad. That's coming from Labour Party presidential flag bearer talking about Peter Obi. And on top of that major rider, we also have no evidence Tinubu for Chicago certificate, Chicago State University record. That's coming from BBC right there. And also, still beside that, we have unpaid wages, contractors sabotaging concrete road design, and that's coming from the Minister of Works right here, talking about the challenge to ensure that we have the best roads across the country. Those are the major headlines from the Daily Independent.
That's the much we can take on the front pages of our national dailies this morning. We'll quickly make way for our first discussion, where a report reaching us now says 25 million Nigerians might be pushed into serious hunger due to food insecurity if measures are not put in place. We'll be having our guests after this time out to extend the front line of this discussion. Don't go nowhere.